Inside Dish. Happy Friday. Unfortunately, it's not a happy day for Mr. Russell over here, who was just kicked out of the Big Brother house and now has the pleasure.
Why are you saying with a smile? It's not funny. I'm not happy. No, it was a great time.
Yeah.
I don't like losing. I'm a little bit irritated, but,
First thing he said when he watched it, he goes, "Oh, man, I lost."
Lost! No one likes to lose.
You don't like to lose.
I hate losing.
Why are you here?
I somehow blew it. I don't know. I think I think I spilled too much to Michelle.
You think you spilled too much to Michelle?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get down to the bottom of why you're here. I have some theories. I know our viewers have emailed us and tweeted us and have some things they want you to answer.
Oh boy.
We also have video of yourself, talking to yourself before you went into the house. We're going to get to that and much more. I want to know first, though, emotion or gameplay, Russell? The anger.
Which one was it?
Which one was it? The outburst, the fighting. I mean, that's what we got to get down to right away. Are you an angry person, or is this gameplay?
It was all gameplay. It was all gameplay. I tried to be a combination of different people. I wanted to be some of the greats, from Dan to Evil Dick to Boogie to Dr. Will, and I wanted to put them in different situations and use them to my advantage during the game. And times I need to be Evil Dick, I was him, and
you were.
That was the most fun character to actually play.
Yeah. So, and is that part of it? Is that part of the reason you're sitting here now, or is it part of the reason you went so far in the game?
No, I actually think that helped me go farther in the game. I think because I was such a lone wolf and people didn't like me, it was such an easy decision to say, keep Russell here. No one likes him. Keep him here. Because he's not going to win. If you're in final two with him, no one's going to let him win. Okay. Well, that is a strategy that has worked in the past. Unfortunately, it didn't work for you. Sorry. Don't hit me. And I want you to see what message you had for yourself before you went in the Big Brother house. I asked you to make a message for yourself in case you did not win the game. You remember, right? You're hoping you would never see this. Take a look.
Us, you didn't win. You knew the risk you were taking by being loud and obnoxious.
And I warned you.
And you were warned by Ross. You played good, I hope. And, hey, go back home and do what you got to do.
Hold your head high.
Yeah, hold your head high. Walk out with a smile. I'll always smile.
Yeah. You did walk out with a smile, too. And I did warn you, Russell, when you're going in, you said you're going to play the Evil Dick kind of game, the loud, when there was stuff going down in the house, you were going to call it out, you were going to bang pots and pans. And while I was watching, I was worried for you. I was worried it would backfire. And I was also worried you would hurt people's feelings in the game. And I got to tell you, going in after I sat down and interviewed people, you were one of my front runners. I really thought, I'm like, watch out for this Russell. He's charming and he's conniving. He can stab you in the back while he smiles. And then you were loud and you started calling people fat. And you started marching behind Ronnie, calling him the rat. And I thought, Russell, stop it. Stop it. Russell, no, be charming instead. Be charming instead. What if you had gone the other direction and just been Sweet Nights Russell who played hard? Could you have gone further?
Do you think it would have worked? I don't think it would have worked. I don't think the image that I have would have worked as a charming, nice, charismatic individual. I think Jeff had that personality.
I guess there is one Jeff already in there.
And he had that rap.
You see that look? You go,
he won it. I mean, he took that first, and I decided, well, if I can't be that guy, then I'm going to be someone completely different, or I'm going to try and use him during different times of the game. So,
you made a face with Jeff.
I did.
Are you upset that you got? He kept saying that you got.
Yeah, he did.
Did you get got?
I did. I got got.
Did it really? Did it get you that you got got?
Yeah, he got me.
Does it bug you?
Well, I don't know why he said it like that, but he got me. But,
that was my favorite. I kept going, he got got. I kind of actually want someone online to turn that into a rap.
You know what I mean? Why don't you just say, I played you, I got you first, you got, okay. He got me.
And you reacted big.
Oh, okay.
You did. You reacted big a lot in there. And do you regret anything that you said or you did?
No.
Nothing.
It was all, as soon as you signed on that dotted line, you said, I'm willing to play a game. There are 2 rules. Don't break any of the rules, and don't curse on national TV. I tried to do none of those. I did curse sometimes. I got in trouble. And
should they, in the future, make more rules, like don't bark at your other house guests when you're calling them lapdogs, and then call them fat? Don't, you know what I mean? Like those, should there be those rules when it gets that personal? I mean, you yourself said it's a game. I can pretend to be this person, and this is all strategy. But it's a game, and you're insulting people. Like, forever, Jordan will have to know you called her fat and barked at her on national television.
But it's a psychological game, and if I can use...
But it's in the real world.
No, it's not. That's not the real world. Everything you do in the Big Brother house is the antithesis of what you would do in real life.
Really?
Yes, because you would never approach someone in that manner. If you have a verbal, argument with someone, you would talk it out rationally, maybe step away, go home, get some coffee, then come back. In there, you can never leave the house.
But if you're saying that you're playing a character, then why did your character take it all so personally?
Because I wanted to be a character that invoked a lot of emotion. I wanted people to spill the beans, and people tend to spill the beans when they're mad and angry rather than when they're sweet and the arms around the shoulder.
Right, okay, I get that your justification a little bit. And I'm not the only one who has questions for you. Rusty from Birmingham, Alabama wants to know.
Many times you would get into people's faces when they would call you out, like Jesse and Jeff and Shima. Are you the kind of person who can dish it out, but you can't take it?
I can dish it and take it.
You can dish it and take it.
I can dish it and take it. I actually, if you look afterwards, Jesse and myself were laughing. And that just shows you I understand what's going on. I can take it as well as give it. So.
Totally. And I got to tell you, before we get any further with this, because a lot of people have some questions for you. You left with such class. And I got to tell you, I was so impressed with you on your exit, because there had been a lot of opposite of that, but it felt like you were stepping back into the real world. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was a decision to do that, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I knew. I played till the last minute. I tried to play until the last 10 minutes, until I was sitting in that seat, and I knew it was pretty much, I knew where the votes were, and I went, you know what, I think it's my exit.
Yeah. When I tuned in and saw you dressed up and saw Natalie in her athlete's t-shirt, I'm like, Russell's going.
What's going on?
More than I do. All right, Lessa from Big Brother Craze wants to know.
If the clicks were not a factor, who would you have aligned with and why?
And these are the clicks, I think she's talking about, like the athletes and the
brains and offbeats. Wow. If the clicks were not in effect...
Entering that house, if you hadn't been predestined to click with other people, who would you have signed up with?
I probably would have tried to, get a little bit closer with either Michelle or with Ronnie. I really thought they were the two best. I even said it a couple times. I thought they were the two most. I thought they were two smartest players in the game, and I said that, and I always ranked myself third behind them.
Yeah.
So I wanted to take out Ronnie first because I thought he was a much better game player than I was. And Michelle got to me first, so.
Turned out Ronnie wasn't a better game player than you, though. Kind of blew his but I was, well, you know what I mean. I didn't mean like that. I mean, you know what I mean. Which is funny, we're talking about Ronnie, Mrs. H1978 on Twitter. By the way, if you want to add us on Twitter, go to twitter.com/InsideDishRoss. Wants to know, do you regret getting Ronnie out now? If he had stayed, do you think Jeff and Jordan would have been gone instead?
Man, that's difficult, because that completely changes the game. I think Ronnie would have been more of a headache for me to follow throughout the game because he had deals with so many different people and he talked to so many different people that I would have had to follow him all the time. And I needed Advil for that kid. I mean, the kid doesn't sleep, so no.
Constant game,
all the time.
Constant game.
And I can't keep up with him, so.
All right, Brian in New York City wants to know.
Russell, if you could have avoided the gigantic fight with Shima and formed a strong two-person alliance with her, how much further do you think you could have gotten in the game?
If there was one mistake in the game, I think it was that fight.
The fight with Shima. Was it planned?
No, I actually had gotten frustrated that Michelle wasn't telling the truth in front of Shima and myself, and it started to bother me, and then Shima already was mad at me, and she lost her cool, and then once she blew her lid, I knew that there was no way to get her back on my side. I pretty much lost all, hope with that, so I knew it was a lost cause.
Was there, we got to talk about Shima. Oh my God, we're running out of time? No, we're good on time right now. We got to talk about Shima. OMG! So you like Big Brother, I like Big Brother. That's never really gone down in Big Brother. Were you freaking out when that happened?
When she left?
When she left.
No,
Did she leave or was she removed? How would you say it?
I think, I'll put it in general terms, I think she broke mentally. The game is such a tough mental war. And you don't just go through competitions, and people don't understand it. It's not just these games that you play. It's psychological war all the time, and you're constantly making people paranoid. You're making people think that you're scheming against them. You're befriending them, and then you're turning on them, and it wears on you.
I would imagine in the meantime, you're just sitting there waiting for the next game. You're waiting for the next game, and you're eating slop, and you're sleeping on a floor.
So many factors.
Yeah, so many factors, right? All right, we're going to play a new game that's sweeping the nation, people. You probably heard of it. It's called That's a Fact or Load of Crap.